So very quickly, I'm back to do my next UFC predictions, and this is for the card UFC 202. And this is interesting because the main event is that pointless match, the pointless rematch, I suppose, between Nathan Diaz and Conor McGregor, which shocked the world the first time, was put off the second time it was supposed to happen, and now this is the rematch actually coming to sort of fruition, assuming of course we're still a week out, assuming of course that neither of them get hurt in the next week, or either of them get done for steroids, which you cannot rule out in this day and age with a top level bout on a card. You just can't do that now. It's happening more and more often, which is worrying, really. You know, I shall be absolutely honest and say that I don't see this going a different way, and the reason for it is that, you know, McShouty's been rushed to the top, thinks he's so much better than he is, and he paid the price for it at their last meeting. Now, I am sure that he has deliberately trained in that knowledge, but he's talking about a couple of months training when the person he faced last time was on short notice and has now also had time to properly develop a strategy. Not to mention the fact that, you know, Nathan Diaz is legitimate, whereas Conor McGregor is not. So yes, I imagine this will go on for longer, and who knows, perhaps it won't end in a submission, perhaps it will go all the way to decision, but I don't see Conor McGregor winning this one. If he does, and the institution are like, please get that sort of, you know, one punch knockout surprise, then there is no harm done, because there will then be a best of three, and, you know, personally I don't think it will happen, but that's the other alternative. The next bout on the card is Anthony Johnson versus Glover Teixeira. These are ranked number 1 and 2. They both have outstanding records, 21-5 and 25-4, and they're both also stand-up strikers. So this will be a war on their feet. I personally am going for Anthony Johnson on that, but that could be the fight of the night, so to speak. Rick Story back towards the top of one of the main cards, numbered events, is fighting Donald Cerrone. Rick Story is like one of these people who rose really high, then vanished, and, you know, very, very quickly has risen to the heights again, because Donald Cerrone really is at the top of his game. His problem is that whenever he fights for a title, it all goes sour. I expect, therefore, that Donald Cerrone will probably win here. I think maybe this is a change in weight for Donald, but I could be wrong here, because the rankings are weird to me. It's ranked Donald at 14 and Rick Story at 9, but I think that in his own weight class, Donald Cerrone might be better. Am I right in thinking that? It doesn't actually say. I'm pretty sure this is a change of weight, but I could be wrong there. Now, having said that, it doesn't even say at the top now doesn't even say what weight division it is, whereas they used to tell you what weight division it was at. Oh, 170. So yes, it is. It is a very different weight class, isn't it? I believe that's a different weight class, but there we are. Whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if Donald Cerrone still wins anyway. The next one, Hyung Guy Lim and Mike Perry, no idea. Tim Means and Sabah Hamasi, who doesn't have a picture and doesn't have any details at all. Tim Means is a name I haven't heard of in a while, but I think he should do well, so I'm going to go for him on that. the mid card, we've got Cody Garbrandt and Takeya Mizugaki, ranked 8th and 11th. Cody has a record of 9, and he has shocked the world several times, I think, recently. I am hoping that he wins that one, actually. Takeya Mizugaki, 21 and 9, but he has been around quite a long time, maybe on his way down. There's a women's bout, and then Artem Lobov and Chris Amphila, no idea. Artem Lobov has a record of 12 and 12, whereas Chris has a record of 5 and 2. Another women's card, and then we go to the bottom of the card, and we've got Neil Magny and Lorenz Larkin right at the bottom of the card. Bizarre, because that will probably be a very exciting fight. Again, this will be sort of striking, I would have thought. Although Neil Magny, who is ranked number 7 there, is a bit of a decision king as well. Not sure who I'm going to go for there. Probably Lorenz Larkin. It might be he might be the underdog on that one, but I still think that he might win that one. Colby Covington and Max Griffin. I don't know enough to say about those, to be honest. From record, probably Colby Covington, but there we are. And the very bottom of the card, Alberto Uda and Marvin Vittori. No idea, never heard of either of them. And that is my predictions for that event.